नाम संकीर्तन की जय। प्रभुपाद की जय। पिता गौर प्रेमानंद।
हरे कृष्णा। सभी भक्तों का हार्दिक स्वागत है। थैंक यू उमेश प्रभु, बहुत नाइस कीर्तन। बहुत टाइम के बाद आपकी आवाज सुनी। तो आज का शेड्यूल अभी महाराज का लेक्चर होगा। लेक्चर के बाद आरती और 10 बजे रथा पुलिंग करके, क्योंकि महाराज has to leave by 10:20. So then we welcome His Holiness Bhakti Guru Raja Narasimha Swami Maharaj ki. So Maharaj is the disciple of Srila Prabhupada and got initiated by Srila Prabhupada in London in 1971. Maharaj is preaching a lot in the Far East area, which is Thailand, China, Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia. And Maharaj took sannyas diksha from His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj is a preacher, teacher for the Bhakti Shastri classes in the Mayapur Institute. And every time we see Maharaj is a regular visitor in Damodardesh. I remember first time Maharaj came to this house in 2008. That was the Jagannath Mishra peace program after the Gaur Purnima, if I remember correctly. And then just after that, we were taking the devotees for the Far East Yatra. So Maharaj gave a very good guidance for Singapore. Maharaj had a lot of disciples in Singapore and they are in very nicely. So we welcome Maharaj. Maharaj will be speaking on like the Rath Yatra happened now. Jagannath ji there in Puri. Where Jagannath ji is there now? Gundicha. So Maharaj will take us physically and to Gundicha and will discuss some leela for the Gundicha. Maharaj, आपका स्वागत है। Welcome.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Purja Gopi Janabala Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhadravrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhadravrinda Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhadravrinda So we're celebrating Rath Yatra. The day before Rath Yatra, they have the Gundicha Marjanam. Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram, and Subhadra Maharani, they have not been very well. There's been no darshan for 2 weeks. They've been in seclusion. No one could see them. During that time, of course, that's after the Snan Yatra. Snan Yatra takes place first. Nice bathing, big festival. When we do Snan Yatra, many devotees come. Somebody will bring yogurt, somebody will bring ghee, someone will bring some honey, and have a very nice abhishek. Bathe the deity, we're enjoying. But the deity, Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram, Subhadra get sick because they've been bathed with all these different things, and some of them are very cold, So if you bathe in cold water also, you won't like it too much. May get sick. So, Lord Balaram and Lord Jagannath and Subhadra, they're in seclusion for 15 days. They've been away in isolation, and they've been served all kinds of medicinal herbs. When you're not well, maybe somebody will take care of you. They'll give you some medicinal herbs, some beverages to drink to give you energy. So like that, they serve Lord Jagannath all of these different drinks. They give them different medicines and things to help them recover their health. Of course, it's all Leela. Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram, Subhadra, they're all transcendental. But this is the pastime, this is the Leela. So they're in seclusion. During this time, usually we repaint the deities. Because, bathing them, then a lot of the paint sometimes is removed. So that they like to repaint the deities, put a nice new coat of paint on them, make them look very bright and effulgent. And then, before the Rath Yatra comes the Gundicha Marjanam. Actually, during that time, when the deities are not well, Lord Chaitanya goes off to Alanath. Alanath is a small town, small village, about 30 kilometers away from Jagannath Puri. And, you should go there and see the deity. Lord Chaitanya would go there whenever there's no darshan of Lord Jagannath. Every year, he would go and stay in Alanath, and he would worship the deity there. Now it's interesting because the deity there is Lord Vishnu. It's a Vishnu form. But this deity form is worshipped with Krishna mantras. Although it's a form of Lord Vishnu, he's worshipped with Krishna mantras. So it's explained that this form of Lord Vishnu is actually Lord Krishna, because there's the pastime in Vrindavan. Krishna was hiding from the gopis. So at a certain point, Lord Krishna took the form of Lord Vishnu. And the gopis came running and they saw Lord Vishnu. And what they do, they offer their obeisances to Lord Vishnu. And then they ask Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, did you see where Lord Krishna went? Did you see Krishna? Which way did he go? And Vishnu, he went that way, The gopis go running away to try to find Krishna. So this form of Lord Vishnu, this is actually Krishna in disguise. So they say this deity at Alanath, which is a form of Vishnu, is worshipped with Krishna mantras, because it's actually Lord Krishna in disguise. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would go there to that temple. He would stay there for all the 15 days, and he would feel ecstasy there. And you can see that there are stones there on the temple floor. The stones melted due to the contact with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you can see that the places on the floor where the stones actually melted. It's an ancient temple. So then, 15 days are up, Lord Jagannath recovered his health, and they're ready to come out. But they want to go home. They want to go back to Braj, to see the family, to see the friends, to see the old friends. So this, of course, is Rath Yatra. And the process is they come out of the temple, they get in the chariots, and the chariots are pulled to Gundicha. And Gundicha represents Vrindavan, represents their home. But this Gundicha temple hasn't been used for 1 year. For 1 year, it's been empty. So they have to clean the temple. Because, Jagannath Puri, it's by the beach. There's a lot of sand there. And there's a lot of wind. Get dusty. So they have to clean the temple. So Lord Chaitanya, when he was there, he would organize everything. And he would call all the devotees. They would get 100 brooms and 100 buckets to do the cleaning of the Gundicha temple. And Lord Chaitanya distributed brooms and buckets to all the different devotees. And they all went to Gundicha to clean the temple. Actually, they say Maharaj Indrajumna, his wife's name was Gundicha. But Gundicha means actually the heart. So the cleaning of the Gundicha temple was like cleaning the heart. Because the temple hasn't been used for 1 year, we have to clean the temple and prepare it, make it nice and clean for Lord Jagannath to come and sit there. In the same way, we want the Lord to sit in our heart. We have to clean the heart nicely. We have to clean the heart very thoroughly. Of course, this is our Sankirtan is meant for this, for cleaning the heart. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Again, Marjanam, cleaning the mirror of the mind by Sankirtan. So Lord Chaitanya, he organized all the devotees to go to Gundicha, and he had them bring buckets of water, big pots of water, and they were running backwards and forwards. Sometimes they'd bump into each other because they were rushing so much, carrying the water. They didn't look where they're going. They bump into someone, break the pot, the water go all over. But all the time, everyone was chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. They could not hear anything else but the holy name. Everyone was chanting the holy name. Everyone who was engaged in the cleaning and working, everyone was chanting the holy name. And Lord Chaitanya was chanting the holy name, of course. And Lord Chaitanya had everyone clean, and he would check on everyone. And if he saw someone that collected a lot of dust, he'd say, oh, very good, you've done very well. And if someone didn't have much, he'd say, oh, you have not done very much, you should do better. Like this, he would motivate everyone to do well, to work hard, to clean the temple. So Lord Chaitanya was encouraging everyone. The cleaning of the temple was very, very important to Lord Chaitanya. And he had everyone clean very carefully. They had so much water, they didn't just clean the floor, they cleaned the ceiling and the walls. The water was flowing everywhere through the Gundicha temple. Lord Chaitanya wanted all the dust and the sand and the grains, everything should be swept out. And Lord Chaitanya personally showed by his own enthusiasm. He took off his uttariya, this outer cloth which we wear. He took off his uttariya and began to clean everything with his own cloth. And he was crying when he was cleaning. He was shedding so many tears that he would wash the floor with his tears. This is the ecstasy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in cleaning the Gundicha temple. He was working so hard, encouraging everyone to clean the temple nicely. And then, when they cleaned it all, Lord Chaitanya said, now we're going to clean it again. We want to make sure there's no dust or dirt or anything there. We want to get rid of all the impurities. This is how we have to clean the heart. We have to be very careful to clean the heart, to get rid of what we would call anarthas, right? Part of the process of bhakti is anartha nivritti, the removal of all the anarthas. You know, we want artha, but we don't want anarthas, the things we don't want. Right? We have to get rid of these things. So what are these anarthas which are there in the heart? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has described to us some of the different anarthas which have to be removed from the heart. Things like kutinati. Kutinati, do you know kutinati? Kutinati means fault finding or duplicity. You know, saying one thing, doing something else. And fault finding faults unnecessarily with others, not looking at our own self. So that is one anartha which has to be removed from the heart. Then there's another thing, jiva himsa. Jiva himsa means envious of others. Envy is something we don't want to keep in the heart. Right? In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, because you're not envious of me, Arjuna. So I'm speaking this. So envy is the quality of the material world, but there is no envy in the spiritual world. And Srimad Bhagavatam begins that this literature is for those who have given up being envious. So Jiva Himsa, one of the anarthas which has to be removed. And then there are other things like pratishta. Pratishta is the longing for some kind of distinction, to get some recognition from others. And sometimes people will do things like imitate great devotees. Just like Haridas Thakur, he used to go in the cave and sit and chant. So someone may try to imitate Haridas Thakur artificially. They may also go into the cave and they try to chant, but actually they've not really got the taste for the holy name, and they're only doing it to get some recognition. So that is not good. These kind of things, they have to be removed from the heart. And then another anartha is puja. Puja means the desire for popularity. Again, we want to get credit. We want to be recognized by others. So that is also not the mood of pure devotion. We have to get rid of all of these different things from the heart. We want to establish pure devotion. Rupa Goswami has described pure devotion. Anya Bilasita Sunyam Jana Karma Janavritam Anukuyena Krishnanushivanam Bhaktir Uttamam. The highest devotion is that devotion which is without desire for fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. The highest devotion is done simply for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. That is the mood of pure devotion. So we have to get rid of all the anarthas from the heart so that we can actually come to that level of pure devotion. The example is given just like when you clean the marble. If you have marble and you clean it, then it feels very cool. The marble has a cooling effect when it's nice and clean. You wash it and clean, then it has a cooling effect. And the same way, when we clean the heart, when we get rid of all the anarthas from the heart, then our mind will actually be cool. So long as we keep a lot of material desires, different dirty things, contamination in the heart, our mind will not be peaceful. We'll always be agitated, disturbed. But when we get rid of all these things, then the mind can be actually peaceful. So we want to come to that stage of devotion, to get rid of everything. And Lord Chaitanya is showing by his own example how we have to clean the temple, how we have to clean our hearts. So this Gundicha Marjanam, this is an important ceremony, takes place the day before Rathi Atra. And the devotees every year will do that. They'll go to Gundicha and clean the Gundicha temple. Make it so nice that Lord Jagannath can sit there peacefully. The cleaning of the Gundicha temple requires a lot of care. to get rid of all the dirty things from the heart, to get rid of all the dust and sand. You could imagine Jagannath Puri beside the beach, sand is everywhere. Wherever you go, you take some prasadam, the sand go in your sandesh, So we have, but you have to get rid of it all. You have to get it all out. Lord Chaitanya would collect it all and throw it far away. He doesn't want it to again come back into the temple. So he was teaching everyone by his own example the importance of cleaning the temple to bring us all to pure Krishna consciousness. Means Krishna consciousness without any influence of the modes of nature. The modes of nature, particularly the lower modes, Rajagun, Tamagun, that this is the problem which is there, that we're often influenced by the lower modes of nature. And we have to transcend these influences. We want to come to the level of pure devotion. But to do that, we have to get rid of the dirt, the desire, material desires, and all the different attachments which we have in this material world. And we have to develop the mood to just simply want to serve Krishna without any thought of anything in return. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu organized all the devotees to clean the Gundicha temple. Very big festival. Everyone was enjoying, working hard. And Lord Chaitanya was praising people who collected more. Although they collected more, all the devotees, all their dust and sand put together, it was not equal to the dust and sand Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya collected more dust than all of the other devotees put together. So he was showing, again, by his own example, how we have to clean the temple. So this is Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's not just giving orders and telling people to do things, but he's doing it himself. He's showing by his own example. Often you get people, they tell you to do things. They say, you have to chant, but they don't chant. They say you have to wake up early in the morning. They don't get up early in the morning. Like that. So it's not enough to just give instruction. We have to show by example. Example speaks louder than words. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed by his own example how careful we have to clean the temple, how we have to get rid of all the impurity. In the same way, we have to clean out all the impurities from our heart. The love, the puja, the pratishta, all these different material desires to enjoy material benefits. This is all against the principles of pure bhakti. So these things have to be removed. They have to be thrown out. And this is why we clean the temple of Gundicha every year. It's a big program to bring us to the platform of pure devotion. So when the temple is nice and clean and shining, then the temple is ready for the Lord to come and sit there. And the same is true for our heart. If we clean our hearts, how do we clean our hearts? Well, Shrinvatam Swakata Ridi Antastodi Abhagrani Ridi Lord Krishna, the Super Soul within the heart of all living entities, he cleanses. What does he cleanse? The desire for material enjoyment. He cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from those who relish his message, which is in itself virtuous when properly heard and chanted. So when we properly hear the message of the Lord, that will also help to clean our hearts. Right? We come to the temple, we take part in devotional activities, we're hearing the katha, we're having kirtan. All of these things are meant to help us to clean the heart, to get rid of the anartha from the heart. Lord Krishna is there in the heart. And when he sees us genuinely desire to get rid of the material attachments, then the Lord from the heart will help us. He will reciprocate and he will drive out all the anartha. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed this principle. All the time the devotees were always chanting the holy names. They were always chanting Krishna, Krishna. You could not hear anything else but the word Krishna. Everyone was chanting. They were working, they were running backwards and forwards. Some were sweeping, some were running, carrying water, different things. But everyone was chanting the holy name. So this is Sankirtan, to engage everyone in Krishna's service. And this Gundicha Marjanam has that effect, that everyone can take part in the kirtan and at the same time do some service. The service is there, cleaning the temple and getting the temple ready for the Lord to come and sit there. So Lord Chaitanya liked so much to take part every year. He would organize all the devotees. They would go there to Gundicha and clean the temple. And in the present times also, ISKCON, we also try to do something like that. We often try to organize Gundicha Marjanam, clean the temple. We don't do it quite as thoroughly as what they would do it. We don't clean the ceiling so much, but we do try to clean, to get rid of all the things which are sitting around, maybe so many things which we don't really need, they're there. We try to get rid of them. We like to see everything nicely done. We want to see the temple nice and clean and ready for Lord Jagannath to come and sit there. So this is the program. And Sankirtan is a part of this program for cleaning the heart. Bhagavad Gita also said, Yisham Twantagatam Papam Jananam Punya Karmanam Te Danvam Moh Nirmukta Bhajanti Mam Dridhavrita. Right? Dridhavrat. You do devotional service with determination. Right? But to come to that level, you have to remove all sinful reactions. People who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and who are freed from the reactions of past sins, they can engage themselves in my service with determination. So we want to come to that level, Krishna consciousness, right? That we're determined, we're fixed, Dridha Vrat, the determined vow to be engaged in the service of the Lord. So this is all part of Lord Chaitanya's movement and the Sankirtan movement. And Rath Yatra is a part of that Sankirtan movement. Lord Chaitanya is waiting to come to Gundicha to bring the deities there. From the main temple, bring them down to Gundicha. And we were hearing from His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami, who himself is a resident of Jagannath. He was born in Jagannath Puri. So he says that if you see the deities there in Gundicha, you get 10,000 more times benefit than seeing the deities in the main temple. So it's so powerful to see the deities in Gundicha. Why? Because Gundicha is Vrindavan. Lord Krishna's at home. You can see Lord Krishna in His real nature and His real home and He's most happy, most comfortable when He's at home. When He's in the big temple, you know, He's with the goddess of fortune. It's a different mood, not quite the same. But Vrindavan is His home. He's happy to be there. So we see the deity there, most comfortable. So Lord Krishna is anxious to go to Vrindavan, and we're also anxious to assist Him in His desire. Of course, this is how the first Rath Yatra took place. The first Rath Yatra took place from Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is famous not only for the speaking of the Bhagavad Gita, but also for Rath Yatra. What happened was there was going to be an eclipse. And you can read about that. Also, it's in the 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's also there in the Krishna book. If you read the Krishna book, you can read chapter, I think is 88 or like that. Anyway, Krishna's gone, he'd been living in Dwarka, and he had his wives there in Dwarka, his family. But when he hears there's going to be an eclipse, then he thought we have to counteract the effect, the inauspiciousness of the eclipse. So he said, we will all go to Kurukshetra, and we will do yagya there, and we will give charity there, and this will help us to counteract the inauspiciousness of the eclipse. So Lord Krishna came from Dwarka, along with all his wives, and all the great sages also. Because Lord Krishna's living in Dwarka, there's so many great sages were also residing there in Dwarka. And they all came with Lord Krishna. When they heard Lord Krishna's going to Kurukshetra, we will also go. So many great sages, they all accompanied Krishna to Kurukshetra. And who else came there to Kurukshetra? The gopis. Because Lord Krishna sent a message to them. And he told them, you know, we have not seen each other for a long time. So I'm coming to Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is not very far away from Vrindavan. You come there and we will meet. It will be my pleasure to be with all of you again. So the gopis were very excited, an opportunity to go there to Kurukshetra. Krishna said, no need for the cowherd boys to come. The cowherd boys already came in Mathura. When I was in Mathura, cowherd boys came there. We let them stay back this time. The gopis can come. So gopis all came there to Kurukshetra and they met Krishna. But when they saw Krishna there in Kurukshetra, it was not the same. It was not like Vrindavan. There was no Yamuna river. There was no Govardhan hill. There were no peacocks. There were no parrots. Everything was so different. There was only the rattling of chariots as they went back and forth. And there were elephants also moving up and down. There were many soldiers there in Kurukshetra, but it was not like Vrindavan. So gopis, they saw Krishna also. Krishna was not the same as he had been. Now he's a prince from Dwarka. They knew Krishna as a cowherd boy. The cowherd boys, they have a flute, and Krishna would always wear a peacock feather in his hair, like that. Very different. But now he's come as a prince, and he's got all silk cloth, and got a crown, and wearing ornaments. It's not like a cowherd boy anymore. So the gopis, they could not relate to him. They said, we don't want Krishna here at Kurukshetra. They said, we will take Krishna to Vrindavan. So the first Rath Yatra was there. The gopis made a Rath Yatra. They brought Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. This was their Rath Yatra. So Rath Yatra is done in that mood, bringing Krishna to Vrindavan, bringing Krishna back home, back to his family. Just like many of you all, you come here, your home is not here. And at a certain point you want to go home, go back to your family. So Lord Krishna, he's a person. He also has a family. Right? Krishna Jinika Nam He, Gokula Jinika Nam He, Shri Bhagavan and Nanda Maharaj is the father, and Yashoda is the mother, and like this, Krishna is his family. It's a person, transcendental person. So Vrindavan is his home, and Rath Yatra is the festival for bringing Krishna back home, back to Vrindavan. And Lord Chaitanya would enjoy so much to take part in this festival every year, chanting and dancing. Okay, any questions? Anyone? I'm trying to watch the time. Who want to give me a schedule? Yes?
Why is there Ulta Rath also? Do the gopis take him back also?
Huh?
Yes, Ulta Rath also. Do the gopis take him back?
The return Rath Yatra.
Yes, yes.
Do the gopis? No. Gopis won't let him go back. Gopis want to keep him Vrindavan. But Lakshmi comes with her soldiers at Hera Panchami. On the 5th day, she will come. There's one festival, Hera Panchami, when she comes here and with her soldier, and they arrest everybody. Why are you taking so long? Why you haven't come home yet? What are you doing here so long? We let you go home. Didn't tell you could stay here. Lakshmi got a bit angry that my husband had gone away to Vrindavan. So she came to Gundicha. And he said, I'm coming, just give me a couple more days, you know. Just has to pacify the mind of the wife, keep her happy. Anyway, 2 more days, he goes back, then they have return Rath Yatra. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now we're going to do Aarti, right, Prabhu?
Yes. Yes, Bhakti Narasimha Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay, so Amrita Mataji will sing Jagannath Ashram. Nilesh, you want to play Mridanga? Nilesh? थोड़ा सा जगह दे दो माता जी को. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Open our appreciation from all our Bhakti Vriksha members. And Dharmendra Prabhu brought a shawl, so then can he offer you?
Wow.
So we can do it.
Yeah, open.
Yeah, Dharmendra Prabhu.
Sadhu.
Okay, ये टेबल वगैरह हटा दो अभी.
One question. How Lakshmi Ma gets angry because they are always in Sarvaguna, no? They didn't get angry. So in that Leela, how we have to understand Lord Maya Mahalakshmi, she gets angry and Lord Jagannath.
By pastime potency, Lila Shakti. Lila Shakti arranges these things. Right? The Lord likes, he enjoys these different things.
Okay. Like Leela, just Leela.
Yes.
All the Matajis are fighting with the husband. So from where this Leela is coming? This Leela is coming from Jammu. Right, Maharaj?
Yeah.
Or Lakshmi Devi is.
In Anarthas, we have mentioned Adunati, Jiva Himsa, Pratishta Puja. Is there anything further? No.
Anarthas. Oh yeah, there's a big list of them. Many of them. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These things, these are all material desires. Right?
Just the creed.
Yeah.
Have to have some.
Creative desires. Desire for philosophical
इसको
speculation.
अंदर रख दो कम से.
Prayers is your present for those are the Anarthas.
Avoid. Try to remove them. Throw them far away. So the process is by eating, chanting, Srinvatam
Krishna.
right? That's how we clean the heart.
Shrinutam Sardaya Nityam.
Yes.
Yes. Bhagavan Vishate Riddhi.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jagannath ji is getting ready for the Ratha. And अभी हम थोड़ी देर में जगन्नाथ आश्रम आरती करेंगे. आप सब लोग उसके बाद आपको उठना पड़ेगा जब रथा फुल होगा. तो ये मैट्स वगैरह नाइसली क्या कहते हैं, 2-3 डिवोटीज मिलके नाइसली मैट्स को फोल्ड करके एक जगह रख देना, जिससे कि और जब रथ फुल कर रहे हैं तो शैंडलियर का ध्यान रखिए. हमको रथ को ऐसे लेके जाएंगे और ऐसे घूम के आएंगे. ठीक है, तो ऐसे ही रहेगा. 10-10 लोग एक बारी में रहें. बाकी लोग अंदर पार्क हो सकते हैं, कीर्तन में पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं. पहले 10-15 हो जाएंगे, फिर बाकी बाहर से लोग मतलब उस वाले कमरे से एक्सचेंज हो सकते हैं. हाँ, तो 2-3 बारी के अंदर सब डिवोटीज का नंबर आ जाएगा. तो कोई भगदड़ नहीं बचाए. वैसे तो बोलते हैं कि रथ यात्रा में जब तक भगदड़ नहीं होती, जब तक रथ यात्रा का मजा नहीं आता. हाँ, बट आपकी चॉइस है कि आपको यू नीड टू मेक भगदड़ और यू नीड टू हैव नाइस टाइम विद जगन्नाथ.